Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the London Silver Bullet for Monday, October 9th. So before we get started here at the 3 o'clock hour, let's see what we have. We have the Sunday opening price right here. You have the New York Midnight Open price right here. Now, right now I'm showing you the Kraken Silver Bullet Indicator Pro, and it has the New York Midnight Open. The price here has the Sunday opening price there. Let's turn on the previous day high and previous day lows. And then what I do here is I look at where we're at. Where are we at? So we're in London. So the session right before that is Asian session. So I turn that on and see it'll mark out these highs. This is the Asia high. It gives you the price. Here's the Asia low. It gives you the price. So what you can do is you can turn off the high if you'd like, and it'll remove the high and it'll leave the price here, reminding you that you still have something turned on. So that way you need it, or unchecked rather, you need to turn it on before you uncheck this. So that way the next day or the next time you use it, it's when you click this on, both lines are going to show up. Okay, so right now, before we start, we see that Asia high has been taken out, and so now we're targeting the Asia low. All right, obviously we're down here. We'd like to see it pull back, retrace some, and then come back in here. All right, so that's where we're at. Other things that the Kraken Silver Bullet Indicator options has all the session liquidity. We are adding a few more here as well, and then giving you the times to change as well. And then you also have the previous weekly high and low. We have new week opening gaps, the new day opening gap. Then we have the kill zones here that you can highlight and shade the backgrounds, the kill zones. We're adding central bank dealing range for Forex and an additional one. And then we have silver bullet sessions. Here's a 7 to 8:30, the new one. So you can highlight the background here. Show the days of the week, the midnight open, midnight horizontal line, the vertical line, 8:30 a.m. price, a 13:30 price. And then you have show fair value gaps, the balanced price ranges. You can have order blocks and breaker blocks. We have macros. We have 10 macros that you can highlight. And then I have the power of 3 candle. If I turn this on, this is pretty cool. It'll show the last hour, full hour, and then the current candle. Okay, and so there you go. There's your current. This is your current candle. This is your previous hour. Now when we toggle over here, these will switch. Let's go to the next candle. See how it changed? So this is your high of this candle. This is the low of this candle. This is the opening price here, and right now that's the closing price. Obviously it'll change as it's moving on. Now we want to see a retracement here. We don't want it to take out this Asia low first. That's our target. We ideally want to come up, right? And so we don't want it to keep moving down. We definitely need to pull back here. Okay, that's good. So what we can do, let's mark up some of this chart here. Let's see, we have a fair value gap there, we have a fair value gap there, we have a fair value gap right there. We also have a volume imbalance right there. All right, so now let's pull the fib from high to low and see where equilibrium is at, right here at the volume imbalance right there. So we can take a trade. If it comes up in here, we can take a trade, but our stop has to be above these 3 PD rays. Why is that? Well, because we know that price can come all the way up here. It may not. It may just come right here and bounce off. It may come to the second one and bounce off. If you had your limit order on the third one, you're not getting filled. So you can get filled on the earlier ones. However, you need to have your stop above the other ones here, the other two here. Plus, that's 3 PD rays that get violated. You wouldn't want to see it get above there. So if it comes to that volume imbalance, that fair value gap right there, I will take my sell 2, and then I will stop. Oh, so we get one pattern. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna sell 2 there. Okay, I'm gonna do a short position. What are we aiming for? Well, if you look, you also have the Sunday low right here. This Sunday open right here came down. This is a Sunday low. So you also have the Asia low and you have the Sunday low. Okay, so I'm gonna aim for in between there, 9 handles. Our stop is one handle above the fair value gap here, which is what I just said. I'll take a partial below this, so I'll remove one here. Okay, and you'll see how this candle gets moved. This is part of the Kraken Silver Bullet Indicator. You can find out in the description below how you can get it. So let's go here. Oh, that's good right there. I don't need a candle close. Perfect. All right, so I can buy one right there. All right, where would I move my stop? I would trail my stop. Let's put that on there. My trailing stop would be right here. Ideally, I wouldn't want this fair value gap to get broken because there's 2 volume imbalances right here. And so depending on what this next candle does, it fills one of them in. Okay. And at that point, I'm definitely moving my stop here. I don't want to see that high been taken out. Okay, perfect. Flatten. All right, there's our, and I'm just going to let you watch this candle for the rest of the hour. So I'm just going to play this out and let you watch how this power of 3 candle, watch these power of 3 candles play out here. It's very good. They're both hourly candles. It's going into this fair value gap right here. Just marking this off. Am I still trading it? No, I'm just marking this off just to see what it's like, what happens, how it reacts to it. It trades through it. Perfect. Now it's an inversion. Look how high it goes up. Let's remove our trailing stops. It's not confusing anyone. It's really fun to watch this paint live because it does every few seconds it moves. As the price is reacting, it's really fun to watch. It's a great learning tool as well. Obviously with power of 3 you want to see the open high, low, close, or open low, high, close. So we already hit our target. Would I get into another trade? No. But where did it come into, right? So if you came here, mark this one out as well, hit that fair value gap, pull a fib from high to low here. Optimal trade entry, again, if you took another trade, which I didn't, I wouldn't. Let's just say you got into the 70.5, you'd go above this fair value gap. You'd be aiming for these lows, you wouldn't get it. But if you just did a straight 2 to 1, 1 to 2, you have it right there. Just showing you a trade. I wouldn't have taken it, but just showing you that you could have taken that trade. Why wouldn't I have not taken it? Because I already got it, my trade. I already took my 9 handles. I'm good. I don't know if it'll take out this low. This is what I'd be targeting for. It'd probably be a partial and a break even if this comes up the break even. Or if it did a second trade and absolutely had to do something like pass a challenge. I've taken trades because I wanted to pass a challenge that day, and usually it doesn't always work out great, so I don't always like doing that. Don't recommend trading on emotion. It's either there or it's not based on your rules. So that's the power of 3 candle. So let's take off the fib here. Okay, let's remove the 2 short entries. Okay, so what happened? We used our Kraken Silver Bullet Indicator to find out where our drawn liquidities were. We saw the Asian high was taken, so we were targeting the Asia low, and right below that we had the sell side liquidity of the Sunday low. So price came in, we took our trade up at equilibrium, and we had our stop above the 3rd fair value gap, and we targeted the 9 handles, which was in between the Asia low and the Sunday low. We took a partial below this major swing low here, and we got our 9 handles. We were just watching price, right? Just kind of watching how it plays out. We didn't need to take another trade. We already won one. But we saw that, price came up and it hit optimal trade entry and back down. So if we did another trade here, which you could have, there's two fair value gaps. You always want to try and enter on the second one. If you want to enter on the first one, your stop has to be above that. This is way bigger than 9 handles or 5 handles. So you wouldn't have been able to take this trade. You had to let it come up here. Okay, that's not cherry picking, that's just rules, right? So optimal trade entry right here, second fair value gap. You could have taken this trade for 2 to 1. It does work out. Okay, it doesn't take out this low, but it does work out there. Okay, that is your London Silver Bullet for Monday, October 9th, using the Kraken Silver Bullet Indicator.